Welcome, my name is Darren Thomas. I'm the Director of Educational Research Techniques. In this particular video, we're going to learn how to make essay questions that can be used inside making for the different quizzes you might want to make inside Moodle. So as you can see, I'm already logged into Moodle, and as you know, if you go off to the right hand side, you'll see something called Question Bank. Click on this, and then you can look at the different questions that are already in our bank. We've made these in prior videos. To create a new question, of course, you click on create a new question, like so. And we're making an essay today. I'm sure you're probably familiar if you're an educator with essays. This allows a student to make a very open response to a particular question you might have, and it can be used in many different ways. So we're going to look specifically at how to set that up right now. So next we just click add after we select essay. And you get this. So of course you got to give it a name. Essay question, and you have to come up with an actual question. What are the 5? Well, let me make this a little bit bigger for you. I'm just gonna make a quick little question here. What are the 5 most important events in the history of the English language? So this is a nice open-ended question for students. The marking, of course, is up to you. Normally it's going to be worth more than 1 point, but we're going to leave that blank. General feedback, we've discussed this before. It's the feedback that the student gets regardless of whether they got it right or wrong. It's just feedback they get for completing it. Underneath that, we have a few other sections that we need to look at. Response options, response template, and greater information. Most of this is self-explanatory. So let's take a look at response options first. There are several different formats that you can have the editor set up for. HTML editor is the regular editor that you have whenever you put text into Moodle. It's the default one. HTML editor with file picker. If you want the students to include attachments, you would pick HTML editor with file picker. Plain text is just good old-fashioned plain text. No kind of attachments or anything like that. And plain text monospace font is if you're a coder and you're having students submit code, monospace font will be good for you. No inline text means the student cannot type inside Moodle. Instead, what they do is they will put an attachment, say a Word document, inside the question that you would download and read as the teacher. Input box size is up to you. It could be anywhere from 5 lines to 40. Normally you make it more lines because you expect more from the student. You can yes or no allow attachments depending on your desire. Of course, if you set it to no, they're going to have to type inside the Moodle WYSIWYG or HTML editor, excuse me, the HTML editor inside Moodle, or if you choose to set it to what do you call it here, plain text, or yeah, plain text. Lastly, you can require attachments if you want, or you can make it optional. Again, how you adjust the options depends on your particular purpose for your students. Now, the response template, let me just explain that. The response template is an opportunity for you to scaffold the student's response by providing some sort of a template that the student fills in to complete the essay question. For example, since I want 5 different events, I might put, event 1, and then I would put this as a heading, and then the student knows to fill it in, event 2, etc. So by putting that in, the student knows that they have to put in 5 events. Again, depending on your goals and the ability of your students, it may be appropriate to put in a response template. It may not be. And then lastly, greater information. If you are not the one who's going to grade the essays, maybe you have a helper, a student assistant, or a grad student or something, you can provide information on how to mark the essay questions right here for the graders. And it helps to, kind of support the interreliability of the marking if everybody has the same set of instructions and some sort of a format in terms of how to mark, as an example. So once you have everything set up, essays are pretty sweet and fast to prepare. It's not a lot of work compared to other question types. You click Save Changes. And if you want to take a look at it, you see we're back at the home page for a question bank. You click on the magnifying glass. And then you can see our question is right here. They have access to all the HTML events. And notice how the stuff I put in the response template is already inside the answer sheet, the answer page part for the student. So they would know to include stuff about event 1, event 2, etc. So again, you can see that essay questions are not that hard to set up. We hope that this video was useful for you. In this particular video, we learned how to set up essay questions. As you know already, essay questions are a very open-ended form of assessment where the students are able to provide, examples of their critical thinking and provide an open-ended response to whatever particular question you might have set up for them. There are some features in Moodle that are helpful for you. You can have different types of editors, HTML editor or the plain text, depending on your goals. Also, you can set up a template for the students in which they kind of fill in the information that is necessary to help them and to scaffold them. This is useful for weaker students or younger students who may not have the skills necessary to conceptualize an answer without some sort of support. So thank you for watching, and we hope that this was helpful for you. Take care.